Hey there, and welcome to another episode of True Talks with Jess, where we discuss the real behind the real, the things that are happening in real life of superheroes behind the real, the Instagram reel, the Facebook reel, the Snapchat filters, and in real life. This week's guest is me. This week, I'm the guest. Welcome.
Okay, so hey guys, it's Jess. Welcome to another episode of Truth Talks with Jess. You'll notice I am not on the couch or in the office. I'm actually here in my bedroom. I'm the master suite of my home. And I wanted to come here because this is really where I've been all day today. Today is July the 6th, 2019. At this point, you may or may not be aware that there was an explosion here in South Florida where I live, particularly down the street from my office. So today I'll be talking about, and this is like as real and honest as it gets, I'm literally still on the verge of finishing my own processing of what's been going on. Today there was an explosion in Plantation off University, just northeast of where my practice is located. I believe presently the injury count is 20. Thank God that nobody's been critically injured or has passed away as a result of this. However, as I've been working on doing my own personal work while also encouraging my clients to do their work, I've been really in touch with my feelings. I've been allowing myself to really emote and allow like emotions to come be present, show up, and me sit with them. Like sit with them in a way like I'm not just ignoring them and saying, hey, goodbye, you know, but like actually allowing that particular emotion to run its full gamut. Long story short, I had booked today an appointment with Winter Raven Photography, my go-to, the only photographer that I use for my headshots, to discuss a collaboration about how we can further enhance one another's brands, the whole nine, yada, yada, yada. We supposed to meet today at 11 o'clock in my office and eventually transition to go to lunch. Needless to say, last minute, Winter had to cancel for something came up. She had to cancel. We were both pretty bummed, like, no problem, whatever. It'll be what it'll be. So I start getting the phone calls and the text, hey, Jess, are you okay? Initially, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Thanks for checking. No worries, da, 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 da. But of course, social media is a thing, right? So now I'm getting all the notifications on all of my social media, on Facebook, on Instagram. People are asking, are you okay? Are you good? And I'm getting more live feed of what's going on. Initially, I'm like, Jess, go check on your business. You're a business owner. Hello. If your business is in shambles, you can't operate come Monday. Then I start thinking, like, put on like my actual thinking cap. I'm like, hey, Jess, so if you get out there and your building is not okay, what's really going to change? Answer one, nothing. But two, as I begin to go through and watch the live videos, I begin to emote like, oh my gosh, I could have been there. This is so scary. What was going on? This is so close to the office. And all of like my humanity begins to come up. Well, genius me, like I said, I've been working on really being more human and in touch and transparent with the emotions as they present in my life, and also allowing those emotions to take their full gamut. So of course now I'm like, oh my gosh, I should have been there. Thank you, Jesus, that I wasn't. And just like the overall gratitude to not have to directly experience that, but then also the thought of how different would our family's lives have been today if I was present. So yeah, nobody died, but as being someone who works in communal trauma, as a communal trauma therapist, as well as in trauma areas, I know those sights, sounds, and smells will never go away for most of those people. So as I've debated, Jessica, are you going to go and check for your building knowing this is an active trauma zone? And I don't mean active trauma as in like there's an active shooter, but active trauma zone is people are still trying to make sure they're okay. There's still firefighters and police, and the roads are blocked, and there's still cameras, and all this stuff is still presently happening. And knowing how well I recall things, do I want to then have those sights, sounds, smells locked into my memory when I go to work, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, my work environment's a traumatic environment for me. So just going through and processing that whole thing. Guys, I like lost it. Like big lost it. Completely lost it. Like uncontrollably crying, rapid heartbeat, sweaty palms, and full on panic. So I was like, well, now that you're processing this in your head, one, you can't go. Two, you need to get safe. So I am, again, a therapist who does my own work. Thank God that I do, because today, when I called others to pray for me because I couldn't pray for myself, which is generally the go-to, I was able to get myself to physiologically calm down. I literally used grounding techniques that I teach my clients. I grounded myself. I was tapping and breathing, like literally just sitting down, just bawling on the couch, tapping and breathing, getting my work done, really making sure that I was well and I was okay. Making sure that I was well and that I was okay, and then saying that I wasn't okay when I wasn't okay. And also saying, you know what? If the building's there, if the building's not there, we can figure all of that out tomorrow. First and foremost, I need to be well. Epiphany of a lifetime. Jessica Jefferson, the superheroes therapist this time last year, would have been at her building traumatizing herself. Would have not been doing her own work, would have been like, oh, I can go through and handle it. I can see all of this stuff and pretend that I will unsee it, unhear it, unsmell it, unwitness, unexperience it. So I sat. I mean, I wasn't as cute as I am now because I had a dinner function to go to, but I sat. I sat in here, I sat on the couch. And when I tell you that I cried, it wasn't like that cute, oh, you know, thank you, Jesus. But it was like literally like my body was like, it felt that the same level of uncontrol that it felt for me watching planes go to Twin Towers, knowing that I had family that worked there. And when we talk about our brain and EMDR and how we all, like, all this stuff is like really linked together, those things don't happen. But the more that I am mindful and allow myself to emote and to feel and to just be human, I realize how many, like, how vast the emotions that I actually have are. It's not just anger. It's not just sadness. It's not just happiness and shopping. Like, those aren't the only emotions that I have. I can feel, like, actual rage. I can feel anxiety and excitement and, like, all the other faces on the little feelings. I can feel all of those. Even though some of them, like, you know what? I'd rather not mess with you. Like, you could just kind of stay over there. I'm good, you know. Ugh. Take your space. Leave me alone. But man, today, like, whew, when I talk to my clients about anxiety of perceived danger, about hypervigilance, about perceived danger, that's not like actually happening, even like that's not actually happening to them. And my clients are abreacting, or they're really responding like it's happening to them in the right here and the right now. I've had traumatic things happen, and I understand trauma to an extent, but to literally sit down today and feel as unsafe as I did in my body, even though I knew I was safe, I was at home, I was in my safe space. I knew that my friends and colleagues who were in the area that I spoke to, while they were directly there and heard the sounds and waited for glass to shatter in their buildings and ran out with their clients and all of that jazz, I wasn't physically there. I was at home and I was safe. My body was like, Mayday, Mayday, cancel, abort, oh my gosh, it's going down. And to know that I'm so invested in my craft and this ministry of what is SW social support, that I have learned to actually implement and know these tools for myself. I literally could not gather words together to pray, but I could take deep breaths, I could ground myself, and I could tap. And the benefit of having the resources available to me when I was not okay. Guys, hear me again. Jessica Jefferson, Jess Jefferson, was not okay in her own skin. I was losing it. But I had the tools and I used them and I calmed down. I did like my self-care stuff. I made something to eat. I had a cup of coffee. I had some water. I sat on the couch and I chilled. I got up. I washed my hair. I deep treated my hair. I put on a nice outfit and I went where I was planning to go already. I already had plans to go to this function this evening. Then I was, why don't you just stay home and just sulk? And I was like, nope, Jess, you need to get out and about. Do something nice for yourself. I put on my new lip gloss, which is like, shout out to World Market for my new lip gloss. I've been looking for one for a long time and I found one. But I say all of that to say this, like, it is okay to not be okay and to take time and to make space to create an environment for you where you can be well. Nothing outside of me changed. There's still an explosion. I still have no idea the state of my business and how things look over there. 20 people were still hurt. There was still a gas explosion. There's liable to still be problems, traffic issues on Monday when I go to work and tomorrow when I go to check out the office. However, I was able to get Jessica safe. I was able to get Jessica to where it was, okay, well, this is presently happening. And it was a real threat. But it was perceived to be happening to me in that moment, even at 4 o'clock today, and the explosion was at 12 something. To really just say, hey, Jess, you're not okay. This is rough. This could have been rougher. This could have been very different for you and your family. I'm not sure how I would have responded had I actually been there and heard all of that and had to listen to the sirens and all that jazz, and then come back to work on Monday and help somebody else to calm down, because my office is one of my safe spaces. It's a safe haven for me. I make it that way for my clients and I to come in and to be well. And just thinking about how different things could have been if I was there and not here. But also, oh my gosh, my body took me to a spot. My mind took me to a spot as though I was physically there. I had to turn off my alerts on my phone. I stopped checking it on social media. I literally went on and I posted and I was like, hey guys, for those who are calling me and texting me and DMing me, just know I'm safe. Like, I had to do my own work. I wasn't in the office like planned. You know, don't worry about me. I'm okay. I'm good. But everything was on silent, not even vibrate, just a flash. And I just stopped. I asked, you know, people that were prayer people, I was like, hey, prayer warriors, you know, pray for me. I was telling my girlfriends, like, hey, I'm not going anymore to the office. I'll wait till tomorrow after morning service. I'll go with my husband and it'll be okay. Guys, take the time out. Yes, it was inconvenient. I had things that I wanted to do, wanted to get done, blah, 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 blah. I would have done myself such a disservice to go and try and be Superwoman and show up and deal with my inanimate office and make the adamant part of me, the human part of me, the biopsychosocial spiritual part of me unwell. I know it's hard for us superheroes to take our capes off and really play the tape all the way through, as they say in the 12-step room. But do that. When you think you're going to go pick up and react and respond to something or someone or an emotion, even if it's your emotion, identify, is this going to be beneficial to me if I do this right now? Or can it wait? And for me, the answer was, it could wait. But I couldn't. The human in me that was worried and overwhelmed, I couldn't wait. And I needed me, Jessica, to be fully present with me. So maybe your friends, like for example, my husband was getting a haircut today, so he wasn't home. So I couldn't rely on someone else to get me and help me be safe in my own skin. I had to make sure that I had the tools and resources available to myself, that when I needed it, I had it on hand. So when I say to you guys, it is my desire and my passion and my life's work that you don't just live, that you don't just survive, but that you thrive, I mean that. I spent so many years just living and just surviving. Please don't do it the hard way. Learn from mistakes that I've made and continue to tune in for Truth Talks. I promise, as things come and I learn more about myself as a person and practitioner, I will allow that human part to come through. I know regular therapists don't do that, but that's cool because I'm not your average therapist. I'm not just like walking around saying do this, do that, and not doing it. I'm doing my work myself. Every training that I go to, I use it on myself, and I make sure something that I feel is beneficial outside just reach for me as a person, so I can know that when I'm doing this for my clients and like, oh my gosh, this is so hard. I'm like, yeah, I get it. Been there, done that, working on it presently. You know, I totally understand, and I'm just so grateful so, so grateful. So, 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 so grateful that I have learned to take my cape off and turn my feelings on. And I know that sounds like so cliche because I'm the super, like, for real, for real. Outside of being the superhero's therapist and all the cliches of the world, like, I am so very glad I have learned to take my cape off and turn my feelings on, because that in and of itself has single-handedly saved my life. I will go over in one of the other episodes about how I almost died from stress and somatic issues and all of that jazz, but in this season of my life, in 2019 and moving forward, Jessica's taking care of Jessica first. And that sounds so, 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 so selfish. And honestly, guys, I don't care. I really don't. Because I have to be so invested in me, so when someone comes and they need me, I'm full and I'm able to pour out and I'm well. Guys, that is literally all I had for today. I wasn't even going to come on. I had something else scheduled to drop this week, but I can't launch something called True Talks with Jess and not be real, right? I gotta keep it 100, y'all. So even though today was like super duper 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 rough, I made it. I was able to keep my commitment and go to my function. I got all pretty. I put in the little hair barrette that I made. I got in a little tutu skirt. Y'all, she's real fancy, just looking cute and stuff. But then also when it was like 9 o'clock, I was like, yo, I'm tired. I gotta go. And they're like, well, it's not over till 11. I was like, respectfully, I had a really rough day. I would love to be here. I kept my word and I showed up. However, comma, your girl is tired. T-I-red. She is tired, y'all. Tired. So I came home tired and I was like, wait, before you get undressed and just like decompress, tell the people the truth. Talk truth, Jess. So again, this is Jess Jefferson with Truth Talks with Jess, the real behind the real. Until next time, y'all. Good night. Oh my gosh, I forgot your drum roll. Drum roll.